They drew a circle and shut me out. Heretic, rebel, a thing to flout. But love and I had the wit to win. We drew a circle and took them in.
Let us say together our chalice lighting words. With hope to make this a better, we light this flame. Its light is a symbol of the power of love. We now invite you to remain seated and to listen to our next chant as it's sung through one time, and invite you to join us then. Evening breeze, spirit song, sings to me when the day is done. Morning breeze sings to me with a heartbeat of the sea. Evening breeze, spirit song, sings to me when the day is done. Morning breeze sings to me with a heartbeat of the sea. Evening breeze, spirit song, sings to me when the day is done. Morning breeze sings to me with a heartbeat of the sea. Evening breeze, spirit song, sings to me when the day is done. Morning breeze sings to me with a heartbeat of the sea. One more time. Evening breeze, spirit song, sings to me when the day is done. Morning breeze sings to me with a heartbeat of the sea.
Spirits of the East, we invite your presence and ask for the blessings of the breath of life, the energy of the dawn and new beginnings. Please be with us that we may know you. We embrace and welcome you.
Spirits of the South, we invite your presence and ask for the blessings of the energy of will, wildness, warmth, and transformation. Please be with us that we may know you. We embrace and welcome you.
Spirits of the West, we invite your presence and ask for the blessings of the energy of compassion, intuition, and deep emotional connection. Please be with us that we may know you. We embrace and welcome you.
Spirits of the North, we invite your presence and ask for the blessings of the energy of grounding, nurturing, and patience. Please be with us that we may know you. We embrace and welcome you.
Good evening, and welcome to the Winter Solstice Service 2023 here at the Unitarian Church of Baton Rouge. My name is Reverend Chris Long. I am one of the ministers here, the Minister of Congregational Life. My pronouns of choice are he, him, his. I have the great fortune of ministering alongside our senior minister, Reverend Nathan Ryan. If you're visiting us for the first time, we are glad you have decided to be here on this special evening. Please do feel free to join us for our Sunday services at either 9 a.m. or 11:30 a.m. each Sunday. We also wanted to make light that we have a 6-source sharing circle, our pagan group that's been meeting for about 18 months now, that meets at the second Sunday of the month after the second service. A lot of S's. 6-source sharing circle, the second Sunday of the month after the second service. For those joining us online, we are thrilled that you are also with us here tonight, or whenever you may be taking this service in and honoring the dark as we now start to enter this season's turn towards more light. Ever so briefly, you saw the lighting of our chalice, which is common in many Unitarian Universalist services for ritual, for programming, and on nights like tonight, symbolic of the light that's in each and every one of us. Again, welcome.
Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing. Show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing. Show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing. Show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing. Show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing. Show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing. Show to us beauty, vision, and joy.
We shape language and are shaped by it. In our culture, white is esteemed. It is heavenly, sunlight, clean, pure, immaculate, innocent, and beautiful. At the same time, in our culture, black is evil, wicked, gloomy, depressing, angry, sullen. Ascribing negative and positive values to black and white enhances the institutionalization of our culture's racism. Let us acknowledge the negative connotations of whiteness. White things can be soft, vulnerable, pallid, and ashen. Light can be blinding, bleaching, enervating. Conversely, we must acknowledge that darkness has a redemptive character, that in darkness there is power and beauty, that dark nurtured and protected us before our birth. Welcome, darkness. Don't be afraid of it or deny it. Darkness brings relief from the blinding sun, from scorching heat, from exhausting labor. Night signals permission to rest, to be with our loved ones, to conceive new life, to search our hearts, to remember our dreams. The dark of winter is a time of hibernation. Seeds grow in the dark, fertile earth. The words black and dark don't need to be destroyed or ignored, only balanced and reclaimed in their wholeness. The words white and light don't need to be destroyed or ignored, only balanced and reclaimed in their wholeness. Imagine a world that had only light or only dark. We need both. Dark and light, light and dark. We've come to the point in this service where we take our offering. Because we know that this is the service that often has many guests with us, the offering, while we are taking it, half of it goes to this church, and half of it for the entire month we are sharing with the Louisiana Parole Project. This is a spiritual work of members and those in the parish, both members and friends. It is not a payment for being a part of this service. So please, if you feel so moved, I will ask the ushers to come forward as this evening's offering is gratefully given and received.
Celebrate the Darkness by Stephanie Noble. Do not be afraid of the darkness. Dark is the rich, fertile earth that cradles the seed, nourishing growth. Dark is the soft night that cradles us to rest. Only in darkness can stars shine across the vastness of space. Only in darkness is the moon's dance so clear. There is mystery woven into the dark, quiet hours. There is magic in the darkness. Do not be afraid. We are born of this magic. It fills our dreams that root, unravel, and reweave themselves in the shelter of the deep, dark night. The dark has its own hue, its own resonance, its own breath. It fills our soul not with despair, but with promise. Dark is the gestation of our deep and knowing self. Dark is the cave where we rest and renew our soul. We are born of the darkness, and each night we return to the deep, moist womb of our beginnings. Do not be afraid of the darkness, for in the depth of that very darkness comes the first glimpse of our own light, the pure inner light of love and knowing. As it glows and grows, the darkness recedes. As we shed our light, we shed our fear and revel in the wonder of all that is revealed. So, do not rush the coming of the sun. Do not crave the lengthening of the day. Celebrate the darkness, here and now. A time of richness, a time of joy.
childhood friends from whom we soon must part. Where are we bound? Your hands and voices lift my heart. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light. Where are we bound? Come morning, come night. Here is my home. For those who work in harmony, where are we bound? We'll learn to live in unity. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light. Where are we bound? Come morning, come night. Here is my home. If we can join ourselves in song, where are we bound? Our hearts will live when we are gone. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light. Where are we bound? Come darkness, come night. Here is my home. The spirit which finds music here. Where are we bound? Will live forever in the air. Here is my home. Come darkness, come light. Where are we bound? Come morning, come night. Here is my home.
Winter solstice. At this winter's turning of the year, let us go gently, for once, into the night, its dream-drenched, glittering stillness, a haven for our souls. There is something beyond the dull brightness of midday, fluorescent and buzzing. Something to praise beyond the sun, triumphing over the intricacies of shadowed moonlight. Bring in the old, beautiful realm of holy night, echoing with ancient voices, rustling with intimacy's passion, luminous with stars. Cradled in darkness, be restored to the embrace of mystery. Glare wakes here. Let it kindle your joy. As we are here to honor the beauty and bounty of the dark on this night, the winter solstice, when the sun, soul, invites us to be still. Even as we anticipate the colder temperatures of winter that grow for the next many weeks, may we honor the darkness for its radiance and all it brings to us, even as we patiently await the return of more sunlight and longer days. I now invite us to embrace some time for silence through prayer, stillness, reflection, and ongoing contemplation.
I have kids, so I am familiar with this. If you don't have kids or are lucky enough to have moved past this phase of parenting, you may not be as aware of it. But there's something very distinct about children and their resistance to sleep. All right, I hit something. So I remember when my oldest was a baby, and I would look at him, and I would say, the only thing that I need you to do that will make your life better and my life better, will make you less fussy, will make you happier, is to sleep. Your body is telling you that you need it. I am telling you that you've needed it. I've given you every single thing you need to be able to do it. I dimmed the light. I stayed calm. We sang songs. I did that shushing sound, and when that didn't work, I found out, I don't know why, I wish this wasn't necessarily the case, but there was one song from the band The Smiths that would put him to sleep within 30 seconds. I don't know why, but it would. Sometimes. Baby, all you have to do is sleep. Then I can get work done. Then you will wake up happy. We can have a good afternoon or morning or whenever it is. And yet both of my kids fought sleep. Not all the time, but enough to make it into this reflection. Both of them fought letting the darkness come. Tonight is a sort of ritual of remembrance for us. This is not a service where we are making something happen. Well, not something in the supernatural sense. We are not going to bring the sunlight back. We are merely gathering to witness the lack of sunlight. Regardless of if we have the ceremony or not, the sun will start rising earlier and earlier. We can even change the time. The sun still rises earlier and earlier. To me, it feels a lot like memorial services that we have. There is nothing supernatural that happens when we have memorial services. See, we're gathering to remember someone who is no longer with us. It does not bring them back. We do not fix any of the broken relationships they had. But what we do is still sacred. I want to quickly name here, and if you hadn't noticed by the readings, this cannot be a service where light is good and dark is bad. In our country, religions and the larger culture have gone out of their way to racialize light and dark as both good and bad. By describing black and brown people as dark and white people as light, it gives permission for every kind of violence and systemic oppression that we could imagine. No one is dark or light. We are all parts of both. People from different cultures have different cultures. The amount of melanin or family history or any other metric that this country has used to divide people, to keep us from uniting together, to demand a better, more just world, that is not what we are talking about tonight. Tonight is not a celebration of good winning over evil. Tonight is an acknowledgement that we live in a world with warmth and with cold. We live in a world with day and with night. We live in a world where trees have branches and leaves, but they also have roots. And the roots that live in the darkness are what intertwine them with other plants. That is where the trees talk to each other. That is where they create networks of survival and accountability. And while there is good and bad to darkness, there is good and bad to light. And it is true that a lot of people right now struggle when sunlight is hard to find. The lack of sunlight is hard on your body. It's hard on our environment. It's hard on our plants. It's hard on our mental and spiritual well-being. And this is the time of year when mystery is the loudest. It is okay to admit if you are struggling. As an aside, one of the reasons it's important to decouple dark from being bad and light from being good is because here, at least for me, this isn't the oppressive season. A summer solstice service would have more grief and worry and exhaustion for me. Just me or anyone else? Okay, all right. Many of the people who recognize solstice, along with many of our Unitarian Universalist ancestors, trace their cultural roots to a part of the world where winter is the scary, horrific, and oppressive part. This is my break from the miserable weather. So what we are doing tonight is not bringing the sun back. We have no effect of the tilt of the earth or on how it spins. Instead, we are acknowledging what is. Some of you may know the prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the strength to change those that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. We are gathering as a people to acknowledge that life is hard, that light is hard to come by right now. And so we are coming together to add more bodies into the space, which adds more warmth, which when I wrote that, if it was cold, would have been very impactful. And in a minute, when we light candles, we are bringing more light into this space. And we do that not just in the literal sense, but this church is here for you. And online too, we know that you're watching and it is here for you as well. Because if you find yourself in the cold or where it is hard to see, where you feel like you're losing hope, let other people you're around be your light. And I know that we are flush with churches all over the world making promises about things that we just don't know anything about. So I cannot promise you an afterlife. None of us know where we were before we were born. It is a mystery. You, I, we're all floating around in some sort of mystery. Then we were born. We live here together in this reality, and at some point, all of us will die and return to that mystery. I want there to be a heaven. I want there to be an afterlife, but I have no control over that, and I just have to wait and see. I think the other time that we dance with that mystery of before birth and after death is every single night. I don't think we adults fight sleep just because laying down forces us to think about the things we're worried about or that we regret. I think that is us getting a taste of that mystery again and again and again. And I think our littlest babies who are just born out of that mystery don't always sleep because they don't want to go back into it. I think they are more connected to it than we are. So it is okay to be afraid of the night because the night reminds us of this mystery. And there were times of the year when we could ignore that, but tonight we cannot. So let us acknowledge that we are here. Let us acknowledge that no matter what you are struggling with, you might be able to make it better for someone else. Let's acknowledge that we know that we are not alone. Let's acknowledge that we can be the light for each other. And let's acknowledge that we have been the light for each other. And let us acknowledge that we will not have a night this long again for a full year. Right where you're seated, let's sing this next.
May your life be as a song, resounding with the sun, to sing awake the night and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing wake the night and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the night and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night.
I invite those who wish to come forward. Take a light, either along the west wall or the east wall. Take a light, light it from any candle that you wish, and please start it in the center so that other people can have access to lighting safely. I invite those who wish to come forward as we bring your lights forward.
resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the night and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the night and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the night and softly serenade the stars, dancing circles in the night.
Spirit of the North, thank you for blessing us with your presence. Go if you must, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Spirit of the West, thank you for blessing us with your presence. Go if you must, stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Spirit of the South, thank you for blessing us with your presence. Go if you must. Stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Hail and farewell. Spirit of the East, thank you for blessing us with your presence. Go if you must. Stay if you will. Hail and farewell. Hail and farewell.
The minister emeritus of this church, actually, did you know that most Unitarian Universalists have an official chalice extinguishing words that they say? We don't. And I asked our former senior minister why we didn't do it. You know, normally you would extinguish a chalice and leave. And he said, people lose light in their life enough as it is. Let's give them a little light for a little longer. We don't do a chalice extinguishing in this church. So we're going to let this burn for a while, and we're going to let your individual candles burn until everyone is done with their work in here. Go out tonight, enjoy the darkness, but don't let it be too much. Go in peace. Go in love. Amen.